undergrunt.
This is your last chance.
After this, there'll be no turning back.
You take the blue pill.
And the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe.
You take the red pill.
You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars. When the psychedelic monk said, "I'll take two," and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth when they turned into babies. They were named Bob and Matt, and they rarely got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the thighs. One time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a vet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this and more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gym. But if you call right now and say, "Where's my whisk?" we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey! I'm not that loud today. Welcome to Bonus Disc, the only show on the internet.
Yes. Perfect.
I'm Bob Rose, and with me is Matt.
Hi.
And joining us today is Mark Joyner. How you doing, Mark?
Hey, what up?
I feel like today.
I love staring at people who do
Why did you just scream?
Yeah,
right.
I didn't scream that loud today.
Yeah, you didn't. You did it at a weird level.
I'm kind of.
I think it made him uncomfortable.
I'm feeling very calm. You know why? Because I invited you to be on the podcast, and I realized I didn't tell you what movie we were watching, and I actually felt really bad about it this morning.
Yeah, but don't.
I feel less bad now.
He liked it.
I fucking enjoyed it. I was excited. I was like, "Oh, this is great! Full of Christmas cheer." It's June, but
That's the thing I was thinking. I was like, so I just invited a guy that I don't know
to a barbecue
well.
later.
Right. I invited a guy I don't know very well over to my house in June to watch Airbud 13,
Christmas.
which is the third Christmas movie in a Santa Buddies franchise.
yeah, fuck yeah, Santa Paws, baby.
We watched Santa Paws 2, the Santa Pups.
Yeah.
That's the name. I can't. Sorry, I screwed this names up.
It feels good to get a little bit of Christmas cheer,
Right? It's nice.
And I'm not even a Christmas person or a Christian or any of that stuff. But I mean, there's an innocence. Yo, fuck y'all. I enjoyed the movie, man. I liked it. It was fucking cool. They kept singing. That was weird. I didn't know what he was singing about. And the black man was the mayor. That was kind of slick. It was nice.
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna. It turned out to be way better than
the last one was bullshit.
The last two, Mark, were so terrible that I feared like how bad it's gonna be.
We thought this might have been just dogs rolling around in snow for a while. Like it could have been anything. And the last one was so fucking boring. You're like,
oh man, the search for Santa Paws is so boring.
Terrible.
Who was our guest? Was Jim?
What was Santa Paws missing in that one? Oh, we can't get into that one.
It was Santa Paws becoming. It was Puppy Paws becoming
like Santa Paws, like how he became
proving himself and saving Christmas.
The movie you just watched was about his children, I guess.
It was the shit, yo.
I guess.
Who directed it? Who wrote this one? They did well.
Robert Vince.
Oh,
one man is essentially responsible for this entire franchise.
Shout out Rob Vince. I'm trying to work with Robert Vince because you make magic, man. That was the magical.
Dude, I recently realized
I'm gonna send him an email. Somebody got his email? Rob Vince?
I'm sure you can connect through IMDb or something.
I would love to. I would love to work with Mr. Vince.
What would you do?
The man has a vision.
I don't know. I mean,
you want to be in an Airbud movie? What is it?
Listen, we didn't steal. We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything tricky with this movie. You know what I'm saying? We knew it was going to happen. The dogs were going to talk. That was fucking weird in the beginning to watch the weird dog mouths and shit. moving up and down. But after that, it went to a classic, arc of how, the things, that could be, everything was good, shit went wrong, and stuff got better.
So you're saying it's bulletproof and there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to just be tossed into an Air Bud movie?
Exactly. And I think it's a solid career choice because it was rock solid actors in it.
You want to be a mayor.
Yeah, I'll be down with that.
I mean, it could be a Santa Paws 4, you know,
or whatever. I liked it a lot. I did.
You know what? I'm happy because I don't think a guest has said that yet.
Ever.
We've done. This is the 13th episode of this thing we're doing. You're the first one to say that.
Yo, Santa
I'm happy
Paws.
about it.
I'm going to, what was the name of it again? I'm about to.
Santa Paws 2.
I'm going to see if I can get a hard copy of that shit.
Dude.
Santa Paws 2.
The Santa Pups.
Pups. Okay.
Yeah.
You're
going to go for a Blu-ray? You want the special features.
No, I'll just remember to look up the Santa Paws saga.
Saga. It is a trilogy.
It's a trilogy. The first one is the second one's a prequel, and this is a sequel.
It feels like an entirely different universe,
It does.
though, but we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
All right,
okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna get start this movie. It opens up. How does it open up?
It opens up with
give me on the
Santa Paws.
Dogs is moving.
Or
in
Santa
their mouth.
Paws. Santa Paws is moving.
You hear them talking before you see their mouth moving.
That's
You're
right.
like, what's
Tom
that?
Everett Scott, the voice of Air Bud, is now the voice of Santa Paws.
Santa Paws is waiting outside of like a den or something. He's with Santa Claus, and his wife is who is only in this scene. She
She
wasn't
only
in any
exists
other
to give
movies.
birth to puppies.
Yeah.
Right.
She's
right.
giving birth in the other room, and they're like waiting, and then they come in and they name the dogs. There's 4 of them. 3 girls and a boy.
And they named the dogs and they told by their characteristics.
So they've been alive
Right.
for 30 seconds.
And they know what they all about.
And they're like, well, this one's super generous.
Oh,
so-
disgusting looking dogs because they're brand new and they're just wiggly and they're on top
Their
of each other.
eyes
It's
are
a bunch
black.
Right, their eyes are black. And they sucking on little dog titties and his little dog titties and little squirmy dogs.
It's,
I remember that part.
The names are Hope. Was it Hope, Charity, Jingle,
and
like
Noble.
Strength and Noble or some crazy shit.
Candy Cane?
Right.
No. There's only 4.
They all sound like
There's 4.
strippers.
Right.
They're all
And it was one
stripper
named
names.
Jake for some reason.
They're
It was
all
one-
stripper names.
Right. And what,
No, there's no stripper named Noble. Come on.
But Charity,
Charity, yes.
Jingle,
Hope,
maybe.
yes.
Hope.
Jingle, probably. Noble, no.
No.
Who else?
oh, but he never did
But
anything.
he was the only male dog, too.
He the one that
So
fucked
this is
everything
a
up.
sexist movie,
Yeah.
even in the dog culture.
This
Even
is,
dog culture. He was a
as I
dog.
said before, this seems to be like they were trying to make an Air Buddies
Well, you know what?
out of Santa Paws.
Santa Paws, they don't talk about her. She's not referred to as Mrs. Paws or anything.
No.
Maybe
She's a
she was
vessel.
she was a stripper and
She's a
she
vessel.
named him, and
She
that's
gets
why
to
he
lay
named.
on her side, look sick,
That makes a lot more sense now because
pull out her doggy titties. And
she
have
named the 3
16
girls.
little she gets to name puppies, and that's it. You go away. Does she get a chance to rock a crystal? No.
Yeah, she
We
You
doesn't
did your
even-
part.
getting ahead of ourselves.
It's all about the greater good for Christmas.
Isn't it kind of weird though that he has DNA? He's not real. He was made by
magic.
Couldn't he just have kids by having like the crystal just yeah?
Or couldn't somebody just sew him up some kids? Because wasn't he a fucking stuffed animal in front of
Instead,
right?
he had sex with a dog.
Right. Hey, they made him
Wait,
complete.
what if you made like
Right?
a hold on?
Yeah,
What
right?
if you made like a sex doll? You know those like expensive sex dolls, but it's like a dog version.
Oh, don't say
And
that.
he
With
had
a dog dick.
sex with it.
Oh God!
Do you think it would give
What a
birth to like
disgusting
real
pushed up
dogs?
lipstick dog dick?
Like
Ugh.
a real doll for Santa dogs.
Yes, a real doll for Santa dog, and then
Technically, the elves could make that.
Oh, disgusting for
it's
thinking
it's
that.
really this is a kids movie. How dare you? Yeah.
Right. Well, who wants an anatomically correct dog doll? Who gives that to a child? Here's a dog doll with a rock hard
I just
dick.
like the insinuation that a dog that became real because of a crystal has a working penis.
Right.
Yeah, it's
You know,
full of
it's-
semen. It's got all that. It's great.
Right, because the crystal ain't
At
gonna
some
skip
point,
that.
the crystal made a being that could come
Dude,
into another dog.
Well,
It's
come to
disgusting.
realize this crystal
Has everything inside of it.
a Christmas wish
It's
doesn't
very
have to
powerful.
even be good. We'll learn eventually. So I mean, it's chaos. It's just controlled chaos. You know what I mean?
We're gonna learn. We're gonna
Yeah,
learn.
yeah.
Okay, so they introduce the pups. They show them doing their thing. The girl, she's really she likes
yeah,
extreme.
they flash
She's like the
forward
Mountain
4
Dew
months.
dog. She likes
Hope is, she's like fearless. She is not afraid to die, basically. She just keeps
Right.
jumping off shit and crashing into things.
Right.
Jingle thinks she can sing but can't.
oh.
Really bad,
Charity is super selfish, and Noble is a jackass. He just like gets them to do terrible shit.
Right. He's supposed
Even
to
though
be a
he's
leader,
supposed
but
to
he
be the
leads them
leader.
into bullshit.
He leads into bullshit, right? And this is also simultaneous with when they have the Christmas opening song, right? In the like
Fuck yeah,
workshop. Remember, there was a song in the workshop. I think it was a reprieve
Oh
of
yeah,
another
and that's
song.
when you first find out they're gonna fucking sing it and shit.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
the first
that's
Because they don't warn you.
The
You don't
first
know you're
song-
watching a musical, but you should because it's Christmas. Who the fuck makes a Christmas movie and don't sing nothing?
The
You know what I'm
first one
saying?
If you have
really
cheer,
much
you're gonna
music.
sing.
Right? Did they
Yeah.
even sing? They probably even sung in Bad Santa, didn't they? I can't think about it, but I bet it did. Somebody sung. I could be wrong on this. Go with
The
me.
first
Go
song.
with
We'll
me
just
on
go
this.
with it. We're going with it.
Yeah, we
But
skipped
you
the
can't
first
really-
song though. The first song was when the pups were born because they,
They
sang
sang-
that
they
terrible
did.
ass song that was like, "We have 4 pups, we are fucking happy about 4
Four
pups."
times as much Christmas. It was like,
Are
yeah,
you kidding me? They really did. I'm so glad I missed that. They were
No, they
singing
did.
before their eyes were open. Just
Well, no,
No,
not the dogs.
dogs.
The workshop was singing.
Yeah, Santa Paws. They were like, "How do you feel about being a dad?" And he just like started singing. Remember? And you were like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah, right. I
What
was
the
like, oh,
fuck,
yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
you
yeah.
were
happening?
like, I thought you were gonna hate this movie because the first when
Yeah,
that
'cause
happened, you were like,
because
oh,
I hate
you-
musicals. I hate musicals.
You were like, I hate musicals,
How,
and these
that's
dogs are
amazing.
freaking
You
me
hate
out.
musicals and you love
I'm gonna tell you.
this.
I'm gonna tell you when
That's
I fell.
awesome.
I'm gonna tell you when I fell in love. I fell in love.
Wait,
We'll
don't
get, no,
get to
okay,
it.
we're gonna
okay.
get to it, and
Okay.
then you said, "This is the moment."
Yeah,
This
and
is
I
when.
say, yo, I'm on the side of this movie. I need to.
I can't wait.
I got the Christmas spirit.
I'm
outside.
excited.
Yeah, I thought
So
about
okay,
it.
so they're
So the dogs are fucking
they're
shit up.
introduced, but then that's when they find out
So
that there's
then-
something
hold on.
wrong with. That's when they find out.
They fuck up. They like run under a ladder and knock an elf who's trying to hang a giant bell.
And they all laugh like,
God,
God.
the dogs are like loving it. They're
Right,
all
because
like,
they cold blooded and a bunch of shit fell on the elf. He was
And he's
little.
hanging there by one hand, like 13 feet.
all the
Yeah.
other elves are like throwing plush animals at the floor, being like, "My God!" And the dogs are like, "Ah, we're the best."
Right, and they roll out.
You
They
fucking
like,
spoiled
Well, no, that's when Santa
asses.
Claus shows up, and Santa Claus is like, "You need to go to school," and they're like, "Oh, we get in trouble all
Right.
the time."
Yeah.
So that's when they go to school, which is the elf.
Danny Woodburn
Yeah.
from Seinfeld.
Mickey from
Seinfeld.
He's like their teacher. They're all asleep, and
Asleep.
Eddie the dog
At the dog school,
elf.
teach
And
them
he's,
nothing.
He's just teaching about the crystal, the icicle.
Yeah, he's
the
talking
Christmas
about the
icicle.
magic
This is a
icicle.
Like
crystal.
that's all they learn in
Right.
school.
Dude, Mark, you
Never
have no
fucking
idea.
touch it. That's all he got. He's got to never touch this fucking magical.
Worship it, do not touch it.
Do you
Right.
understand how much I wanted this scene 3 movies ago or 2 movies ago?
What, to understand
Yeah.
what the fuck is going
when
on?
Santa Claus walked into a chamber with a giant icicle and basically prayed to it, and with no context, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" At least like it took 2 movies for them to be like, "All right, here's what this fucking icicle
Finally.
actually is."
It's
And
like
I'm
it's like the
glad.
Matrix. They finally explain it in the third
Right,
movie.
right,
You know
Oh,
what I mean?
bam! Wow.
Santa's a fucking ice worshiper.
Yeah,
Got it.
okay.
Okay, the devil.
So
is
yeah,
something
there's
there. I should have known. But cold devil, still devil. Excellent. Got
So,
it. Makes perfect sense.
He's like, he comes in, he says, I think you lost the
wakes him
class.
up.
He wakes him up, and they're like, well, who created? That's when they ask
They
him.
start asking questions about the crystal, being like,
and he's
"Well,"
like, we never heard of the map, or what was it?
and he's like, "Well, don't you know about the spirit map?"
The spirit map, right?
And they're like, "Where does all the energy come from the
From-
crystal?" And they, well, that's what the spirit
spirit
map's
map.
for.
Right.
So, which we actually saw in the other movie, but we didn't
This
know
is
what the hell
continuity.
it was.
Like, this
Okay.
has been established.
Like, they're seriously
Oh, so
explaining
they're
stuff.
finally breaking down.
Yeah, no, like I just want Mark. You should know, like the spirit map this is not the first
not new.
appearance of it.
Oh, it's
They
been-
used it in the other movie.
Okay.
But they didn't explain what the hell
This
they were
shit,
doing.
it's all there. Robert Vince.
He's
But
a genius.
all you knew before.
He fucking hit his stride.
But has he? I don't know. Has Robert been producing all these movies? Has
Yes.
he been directing
He's
them all?
done the last
directed-
6 his own.
He's
on
directed
his own.
everybody's movies and 2 Airbud
Well,
movies.
he's really hitting his stride with this one. I don't
Yeah.
know about the others, but
He also directed the Most Extreme Primate movies.
most extreme.
It's
also-
it's monkeys that play extreme sports. Hey man, he's working.
Yeah,
Let him work.
working. He's
Let him work.
working. I want to work with him. What's his name again?
Robert Vince.
Robert.
What
Vince.
animal do you want to work with?
Cheetah. Get right at it. Because they look like they fast and they don't have real claws. They got dog feet. So
What's
it's
the
only
pun?
if he's trying to bite you. No, I just want to be a bit less.
Well, Air Bud's not really.
I want a
fun.
dangerous animal that will bite me less.
It could be a cheetah that, like, I guess is in the Olympics or something.
It's probably
they haven't done the Olympics.
Play sports, or does it do something opposite to its nature? Is it like a cheetah?
Oh, I thought you meant like I just want to chill.
Runs a daycare.
No, I just want to
Cheetah daycare.
No, I just
dude, that's your movie, Cheetah Daycare.
No,
yeah.
You're
the principal of the daycare.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with a regular cheetah, like just doing it.
Well,
Like,
yeah, the cheetah's the teacher that you have to. Yeah.
No, it's a love. It's a love story about you finding love while your child stays with the cheetah.
I think
With a cheetah.
Yeah, dude.
A carnivorous ass.
right. Let's
Yeah,
just-
it just hangs out with this
No.
cheetah in this building, and you're
I
like, yo, I don't know
think
how
I
this
could-
is working out, but it is, and my love life is coming together. It's all thanks to this
Amazing.
fucking cheetah.
No, the plot is I make friends with the cheetahs. Like, you just
okay.
put me like you gotta keep breaking me up from because stuff keep happening to me, but I feel like if I stick in there, I can make friends with them. Like
It's
like it's always safety precautions. Then you bring in the
Like-
cheetah. Like you put me in this kitchen, and you're like, hey,
I think it could be like a-
and then they roll a crate into the kitchen, and then I'm like, okay, you ready? And they put a cage in front of the kitchen, they lock it down, and then they lift the gate out the cage. They be like, all right, Mark, go. It's like 30 seconds. I'm trying to make friends with the cheetah.
It's a live cheetah.
Right,
Okay.
with a lot of cheetah. Then
Okay.
and then I was like, no, okay. And the people
He
run
can't
in.
talk or anything. He can't play any sports.
No,
He's
I
just-
try to do whatever. I try to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
a meal. Like it's a cheetah. I'm kicking at it and he's backing up. But I don't try to hurt him. I want to exist in the space with the cheetah.
With the cheetah.
Yes.
I mean, Robert Vince is
a
probably
loose
game.
cheetah. A loose.
He sacrificed several dogs to make snow buddies. He'll do anything to make art.
I mean, I'm sure it'll torture a cheetah.
I'm not
to
gonna hate
you.
He's only gonna be tortured because he's probably gonna be going crazy because he's in his kitchen.
Yeah,
we
you
got
gotta-
him somewhere he's not. It's not his natural habitat, and he doesn't know me. But
What are you cooking?
whatever I can even get. Nigga, if I
Is
can
this
make-
a 90-minute? Is this
I'm in a
90
kitchen.
minutes? Is that a full-length movie of you and a cheetah in a kitchen?
different,
Dude, it's a fucking singles fucking
different situations. And next it'll be a living room. Once again, you put me in the
Oh,
cage.
okay.
You put me in the living room. No, you put the living room. Then you put some gates in front of the living room, and in front
Like
of the gate.
domesticated
Yeah.
cheetah.
Yes.
Home ec with
From
cheetah
scratch.
or something.
From
Yeah.
scratch though. Not like a but.
Jeez. At first, I thought you were talking like a buddy action comedy.
Yeah, I know.
Like Shanghai Noon with you and a
No.
cheater. You know what I mean?
Just a
Like
series of
like somebody appoints him like your new partner.
no,
It's
a
a
series
live
of
cheetah.
I can
What?
exist. I think I can exist in the same space with a cheetah.
I just want that to happen.
Yeah,
So-
that'd be a great
Okay.
cop movie. I think the
So
guy's
I-
been fucking up so
Dude,
hard.
imagine
They're
you're in
"Here's
like
your new
that.
partner."
It's like a Lethal Weapon movie with you and a cheetah, but you get to say the line, "I'm too human for this shit."
Right. And then they let him go. And eventually, by the end of the movie, it'll be me and the cheetah. Just chilling. He'll be like, this motherfucker. And I'll be like, I'm not going to stop being your friend.
You can't do anything about it.
Oh man! All right,
Okay,
let's get
where
back.
were we going?
We're doing
Okay,
great.
that's it.
Let's
Right.
get yeah.
The animal.
They find out from the map that the ambassador to Christmas from the most
the
the
most
strongest
powerful
Christmassiest of all
all
Christmas
towns.
towns.
We're gonna find out soon.
It's
just-
called
Top
Pineville.
Christmas.
It's what
Pineville,
was it?
USA.
We think
What's-
it's North Dakota or South
It's
Dakota. or
it's
something.
a tramp stamp
But
of the United
nobody
States.
has
Yes, it's
nobody
the top
has
of the back of
fucking accents at all.
No,
At all. If any
No.
flat,
Cheryl
flat
Ladd
Hollywood
plays,
accents.
Cheryl Ladd from
Cheryl
Charlie's
Ladd
Angels plays
is
fucking,
she's like the
The
main character.
hottest,
She is.
hands down, the hottest Mrs. Claus.
Pretty good.
Immediately.
That helped to win me over.
I want to do filthy things to it immediately. For no reason. I was like, why do I want to do nasty stuff to this old lady? And I was like, oh. She's one of Charlie's Angels.
No
Yeah.
wonder.
I didn't know.
So they found out that the ambassador died.
Yes.
And that they need a new Christmas ambassador to the most Christmassy town in the entire world.
Which is pretty much the most important Christmas job.
Right.
'Cause
that's the ambassador of Christmas on
to the
Earth.
main
But
Christmas,
I
to the
feel-
main Santa.
The main Santa.
I
yeah.
feel like you could argue that this town could have ran on its own fuel.
Yo,
at this
yes.
It was doing good, but
Dude, when we first
Somebody had
get
to lead
there,
it.
you
Yeah,
can't
it's
argue that they were
outrageous.
having a problem.
Yeah, there was
Or-
nothing wrong.
Yeah.
There
yeah.
was one child who was sad. Is it?
Yeah.
right, fuck them.
They probably
He'll get
should have
over it.
given the job to them later in the year when it wasn't Christmas. I think it'd be okay. You know, they're like, we're gonna fill the ambassador position, but like, you know, July. You know, we'll wait till July. We'll let them just ride this one out.
Right, why now?
Do they need an
Christmas?
ambassador this year?
Right.
You know.
Oh,
immediately.
was the thing melting? Is that why?
Not
Well,
yet.
yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
It doesn't start,
the
but
thing was fine.
They
were,
knew that it was
they
a
were
danger
fucking-
that it could happen.
They were casting magics. All right.
Right.
So they figure out that that's a problem.
So
and
Miss
she's
Claus
gonna head back.
She's
there.
gonna head back. She's gonna get the reindeer and head to Pineville by herself.
Yep. Just with her and the reindeer.
To go and elect a new ambassador to Christmas. Meanwhile, the Santa Pups want to prove themselves worthy of the
their own
title of
crystals.
Santa Paws.
But they don't have to. He was born from a dog
See,
that was
that's
nothing.
the thing. Is like they're
You're
they're
the shit
already
already.
royalty.
But they're pieces of shit, to be
Really, they
honest.
suck.
Let's be honest.
So
They
they
suck.
wanted to show, hey, we're not pieces of shit.
So-
How about you just stop torturing elves?
I mean,
and shit?
Yeah,
the
just
whole
listen to
plot
people. Start
proves-
listening to
and
what
make
they're
a fucking
saying.
toy or something.
The whole plot proves they are pieces of shit. They start this whole quest by
Yep.
stealing the little dog's Eddie's his ice crystal while he's sleeping, so they can
Right.
sneak onto Mrs. Claus's sleigh.
Hold on, before you're getting ahead of you.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Because after they decide that she has to go there, and they hatch their plan before they actually do anything, it cuts to fucking Pineville.
oh, you're right.
Oh.
Because Pineville is the
And
shit.
Pineville
Pineville is so fucking lit.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
is
Like
the
so.
motherfucking goddamn shit.
This is like the opposite of Little Shop of Horrors opening song.
Yeah, basically.
It's like you know what I mean. Like that's
Yeah.
like about a town that's falling apart,
So
and this is
it-
like
this is
we
what
are
I-
perfect.
This so it
Yeah.
starts with it zooms in on these doors and this like black guy that with a hat. What's his name? I forget.
Mayor. It was Mayor. He was the mayor.
It was the. If anybody's listening, it was the black dude from the show with the two sisters.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Oh yeah, with the two sisters, where one was rich and one was poor. Sister.
Great character actor.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a great
yeah.
character
He's
actor.
really good. He steps out and
Anyway.
he just
And he
starts
can
steps-
sing.
and he can sing on the low
He is-
and dance.
dance like a
Like
motherfucker.
a
We
motherfucker,
find
like,
out.
for no reason.
Yeah.
So he steps out the door and he just starts singing immediately,
In
and
the
we were
middle
like,
of the
"Whoa,
most
what's
beautiful
going on?"
Christmasiest town ever.
And he's just like, "My
it's like
town
oh,
is the shit."
It's also like 9 at night. It's
well,
like
we don't
8
know
or-
he's the mayor yet, though. He's just the
No, we
dude
don't know that.
steps
But
out
what
the
I'm
door.
saying is, it's a Christmas
dark.
song where the sun is down.
the sun is
dark.
down.
This town is so
It's a few
cheery.
days before Christmas at
It's
night.
like, yeah,
it's bubbling to Christmas. Yeah,
Even
yeah.
at night, it's
Well,
fucking.
this is the. We'll figure out what it is, but there's no context for anything up
No,
until
we don't
it
know who
happens,
this
so it's
man
so fucking
is.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He just walks outside. He starts singing about how great Christmas is. He's walking down the street. He walks past a radio station, and the dad and the little girl stick their head out.
89.7 XMAS.
Yeah, and they stick their heads out the window and they go, "Hey, Mr. Mayor, blah blah blah." I was like, "Please God, not as it. Are they like sick with music? Like they live like this? Everyone sings, and they sing to him about the like Christmas show on the radio and shit.
The upcoming
And then-
Christmas show that,
yeah.
that we're gonna find out later is a plot point.
So we're like, oh,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
the mayor. And then after you find out he's mayor, as soon as he turns the corner, a fucking marching band comes out of nowhere. And you're like,
Right
hold
on
the
his
fuck up.
motherfucking ass. And that's right then is when I started. I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna like this guy. As soon as he turned the corner and the whole band of people came behind, I was like, that's it. That's it. I
That's a
felt
good place to
tingle.
fall in love.
Yeah, but I didn't fall in love yet. I
Oh,
just
you
felt a
didn't
twinkle.
fall- okay.
I'll tell you when I actually fell in love. But
That was like the first date. You know, that was
I
like
paid
okay,
attention. I said, huh, this may not be so
it's kind of
bad.
nuts.
All right.
There's
I'm
a whole
saying,
band.
A very
So,
Christmassy, 99%
and the crowd-
white town, black mayor, dancing, singing, leading. The leader. They weren't fighting them. The police were out. Everybody was friendly. I said, y'all might make it here, man. I might have a shot. It looked all right.
I mean, everyone was making it pretty well.
Yeah.
well-to-do
Everything.
town.
It was an excellent town.
Beautiful.
Empty jail.
Norman Rockwell.
Empty jail. Empty
Okay.
town. No trash on the ground. Everybody was happy.
They eventually arrive,
The crowd
What, I
snowballs
guess-
around the mayor singing. It gets
Yes.
bigger as he goes through town.
and then he stops, and immediately, as soon as he stops singing, they light up this huge Christmas tree, and everybody goes fucking ape shit.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
They're
this
just fucking
happens
losing their
every year
mind.
like clockwork.
Yeah.
This is what happened. Like the mayor was sitting in his
It's the
office.
beginning
and
of
he was
Christmas
like,
season.
Well, it
Time
is
to wander down the
9
street.
p.m.
This is what the fuck we live for. Yeah. We wait all year for this shit, and now it's time. So,
And
yeah.
they do it
This, you know what? This now just makes more sense when we were talking. All right, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna launch in my theory now. It doesn't matter. The communist Christmas like Santa Claus thing, where he's like annexing cities. Like Santa Claus is like taking over cities and turning them into these little
From afar, not
communist-
himself.
from like his base. And you were like, that's sort of like Kim Jong Un. This is like that shit where like a whole town like practices a parade in case like Kim Jong-il would show up, like he used to do that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This is like Kim Jong-il shit where they're just like, all right, like Santa Claus runs this town, and now we have to like, all right, it's 9 p.m. Like he's not in there excited. He's like, oh fuck, it's 9 p.m.
Gotta do it.
Gotta do it, or I'll
You're
fucking
saying
die.
it's a forced display of worship.
Yeah.
That they don't want to be doing, but then they have to fake smile the
Maybe
whole
not
way.
anymore.
Yep.
Maybe they were enjoying it before, and now it's hard
just-
ass work.
Think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Every movie you're seeing, have you ever been to Christmas Town or fucking to the North Pole? It's all propaganda, Bob. Don't you get it? It's all propaganda.
does.
We're only seeing what we're supposed to see.
There's a lot of worship and a lot of power, hierarchies here. Questionable.
That's my theory. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
But Santa's definitely on top. It's absolutely positively.
In this movie,
does he even go out?
Dude,
Does he even give out gifts or anything?
He's basically sitting at home on a throne sipping.
That's it.
Whatever.
He
he's
delegates
just letting-
responsibility like a real boss.
It's like, you deal with it.
Yeah, he's not fucking traveling around the world. Are you kidding me?
Don't worry, my wife's got it.
Right.
I don't even need to
He
do
didn't even
anything.
move. His woman was in jail.
We're not there yet.
We're not
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna get there. Let's go. We got it.
Where are we?
We're gonna get there.
So
So
they turn
say-
on the things, and the radio station turns on their big starb of their thing too, and that's when the little boy rides up on the bike, and he's all sad, and he comes
Because he doesn't like
in,
Christmas that
and
much.
they're like, "Hey son, you missed lighting the light," and he's like, "I don't fucking give a shit. Christmas.
You
sucks."
guys are all false gods that you believe in.
Right,
and, he's
right.
like- and the dad's like, son, it's fine. Everything's great.
And then he's
Dad's
like,
actually
"Oh, your mother's
scared
dead."
of like Santa
No.
seeing his son like
He's
defect.
like, and he's like standing over him, like, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I raised you to love Santa Claus, okay? So, yeah. So we find out that son he doesn't have faith.
Yeah, he doesn't like Christmas.
But
For
the daughter, though.
for some reason, the daughter fucking is.
Oh, they
up
didn't say
Christmas
this was
is
the other
fucking
part
dick
yet?
hole for days.
Huh?
But when the son was sad, they didn't go right to the.
They go to the son. They display the son is sad, and then
And then the little girl's like, "I'm gonna sing on the radio."
They'll
Is
sing
that
like
when
a Christmas
she sings?
song.
No, she sings when. No, it's later.
That's
She doesn't
when-
sing yet.
oh.
She doesn't
They
sing.
didn't
but
sing?
we do find out the
Okay.
mom
But-
died in this scene, right?
Yes.
The
Yeah,
mom is
that's
dead.
what I'm saying.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Is this dead mother?
No.
We jump.
The dad goes, "We gotta have dinner with the mayor and Mr. Whatever who runs
dog-
the
the
dog
dog
shelter."
catcher.
The dog catcher.
The dog
Who
catcher.
catches no dogs? He only got one dog to catch,
Yeah,
and
he
it's
has
his.
like a health class for
He kept it.
dogs. Yeah.
Right. He just takes care
A
of dogs.
romper
really.
room or something.
Right.
A yoga class.
What was it, Jimboree or something?
Yeah, the dog Jimboree.
But
Right. So they're eating dinner, and there's a dog sitting at the fucking table right next
With
to the
the
black
mayor.
mayor. Are you kidding me? There's no black person in the world who's going to let a dog sit directly next to them. That's the mayor of anywhere. There's no...
You're like, get this fucking dog away from this table right now.
Are you kidding me? Directly next to him, talking and eating. Especially not talking and eating.
Well, in Pineville, though.
I mean, any politician would be like, I can't be taking.
Yeah,
if
actually, let me take
anybody
that back.
sees a
Let me
picture
take
of
that
this.
back. Yeah.
Any
Politician.
politician would be like, I can't be
If
seen
there
taking
was
it
one,
unless-
that would be the mayor.
But see, as we know, though, this is Pineville. When everyone's perfectly happy, they don't have electronic devices.
Oh no, there's no phone.
They only have AM radio
Right.
and
Oh,
cheer.
no. So yeah,
That's
so
it.
yeah. So anyway, so
No,
they were
it's
sitting at the
FM.
table.
It's FM
That's it, yeah.
radio.
So-
They're sitting at
Was
the
it
table.
FM? Yeah, right, because they listen to
It was
FM
radio.
Christmas. Yeah.
But they don't have cell phones unless they don't use
No,
them unless
no.
they're
It was
unhappy.
the only number on the dial.
Yeah. Unless you're unhappy, you don't use technology.
That's a fair.
That's
like,
actually a really deep
Yeah.
fucking cut.
No, this movie's just like the Matrix
Robert
show.
Vince weaves that shit in there.
Robert Vince is the shit.
He's
yo.
fine. Maybe if I didn't learn how to make a movie, I don't know. I doubt it, but
So at the dinner table, the dad is super like the dad is just insanely into
God,
Christmas.
he's so into everyone.
Everyone is
They're
it's disgusting a little bit, but
fucking- yeah. They're eating with a dog. They're
eating-
insane. Like
yeah.
they're
the
insane with
table.
Christmas
at the
spirit.
table
next to him
and the kid doesn't even want to eat his meal,
The
which
kid's
looks
like,
delicious.
I can't.
because his mom's dead.
Yeah,
you can't,
right.
You can't eat with a
He
dead
hates
mother.
Christmas because when you're, I guess he.
I can't eat with their mother. They say she
Well, I
died
mean-
in fall, so it has only been a few months.
He's just he's sad. It's Christmas
Honestly,
time.
his depression over a dead mom is not that weird.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
not
mean?
at all.
Like
no,
it's,
the dad's
leave him alone.
obsession
He'll
with
grow up.
Christmas
this is
Eve.
kind of
It is,
weird.
right,
yeah.
Because she died in fall. Good Christ, I didn't even think about that.
Right.
He's dead for like 2 months,
is-
and he's like, "What? Christmas?
Decorate the tree. Like what? Okay. Can I just be sad for a couple
very
months?
real. Yeah,
No, I'm over it. So are you.
That's why he's scared. Because he's acting like a man is like being crushed by a regime.
Yeah, when you put it in perspective, it's actually pretty fuced up. And
Yeah.
Santa should have stayed the fuck out of it. He'll get through it. Pick somebody else for your ambassador. Leave that family alone. You know what I'm saying? They're going through enough. Like,
They don't need this fucking shit.
They already served their time for the
Right.
family. You know what
and
I
the
mean?
possibility of dumb dogs and that whole thing.
So he leaves the table. They talk about his lack of spirit.
The dog catcher talks about how there's no dogs in his place and how great that is because it's Christmas.
Even though he can't be making any
makes
type
him
of a
unemployed.
living.
But then hold on. I mean, it makes sense-ish for later. But
If
like,
he gets paid by the government,
I think it's the
Yeah, he
idea
must
that
be making it off the company dime there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it must have. They were trying to
probably
imply
pay him
that
anyway. In
everybody
which case,
was,
that's an excellent job.
everybody was getting dogs for
Pay
Christmas.
to take care of your dog.
Yeah, you teach dogs yoga and they get paid by the state.
And it's
like
all-
what?
That's it. That's what I
And
do.
all you have to do is be Christmassy. That's
I
it.
make sure all the dogs that are rampant on the streets are thin and not mangy.
That's it.
They're definitely loose. No, there's no
All
arguing
of
with
it.
that.
Yeah, no, it's
but
fine.
they look good and they're in shape. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I did it. Pay me.
Yeah, right. Every month, baby.
Namaste. And then- yeah. So then we cut back to the North Pole after the dinner,
Yeah.
right? And that's when the dogs steal the necklace, and
They
that's
get
when
it.
we
They
see
sneak into the
hot Mrs. Claus get on.
Right.
She gets
They sneak into the sleigh, and then she gets in and doesn't see 5 dogs or 4 dogs.
Right.
right
It's
behind
5
her.
fucking
No one
dogs.
else in the shop does.
She rides from the North Pole to the fucking North Dakota.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Wherever it
Which
is.
may be close.
Dude,
I
that
don't
thing
know.
does not
but I
go
don't fucking
fast.
think it is.
Dude, that's a couple hours.
Yeah, that
yeah.
thing is not fast. It's
Right.
not even like flying a plane.
On a
Which is
reindeer.
gonna come into play when
She doesn't
even-
later.
yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't even have a windshield, for God's sake. She's just blowing. So you mean she never looked over her
There
shoulder
has
to
to be
see
a,
No, but there's
5
gotta be a
dogs?
force field
Mark.
on that thing.
They're immortal
In a
beings
warm-
kept alive by that
They're like
fucking crystal.
Asgardians, okay?
Yeah.
They're like
I
They
don't
gotta
think
be.
they just live in the North Pole. I just don't think they can feel.
they're like golems of cheer.
Yeah, they're not. Dude,
wind
have you
is-
seen them hug anyone? They're
Right.
always they wear
At very
gloves.
least.
They're completely covered.
Right.
So like they're rogue if they,
Yeah, they
touch
probably
one, they'll
can't.
suck their life force.
They don't know how to like process touch.
This icicle created all of these beings that somehow make
Right.
toys and
That's
distribute
it.
them.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
It's fine.
It's great.
So
For
she
happiness if you do what the fuck, if you're naughty or nice. I mean
Right.
naughty.
If you worry about
I mean nice.
disobeying the great icicle,
Right. If you fuck up this icicle, that's your
not
ass.
disobey-
I'm
the
sad if
icicle.
there's never more of these movies that describe where it came from and how you know. I mean,
But you'll know as you see in the more advanced movies. You'll be like, oh, that's because the icicle was fucked up from
Right,
part
right.
3.
we're gonna watch the next episode is the last one, which is Super Buddies. But I think we can probably find the connection there between the icicle and whatever the fuck happens in that movie.
Is it a Christmas movie?
No, that was
This
about
is
probably no
aliens.
icicle.
It's probably-
That was
there's
about
no
aliens.
icicle.
Is Santa Paws in it?
No.
Oh, who is it?
It's
I hope
Airbud's
not.
children, and they turn into superheroes because of aliens.
So, but Santa Paws might be back.
We don't know. Maybe.
Probably.
Does he make it?
We need to get in touch with Zach. What's his name?
Robert Vince.
Robert Vince.
Yeah. Robert Vince.
Yeah, I want you to start emailing him. Like, that'd
Look,
be so good.
Send him charts and shit.
Look,
If
do
you
you
look
see?
at the demographic,
Yeah, if you look at these charts, cheetahs barely ever kill people. It's not gonna.
they really don't because they're not that strong, but they're kind of big and strong.
They're
Like,
just fast. It's
I'm gonna
just
get big.
speed.
Speed, a whipping tail, very terrifying. Very terrifying.
You're
so I gotta remain
hold on.
cool.
So you are. Someone asked you to list the things that are dangerous about
But
a
a
tiger,
cheetah,
a cheetah. Number 2 is whipping tail. You left off claws, teeth.
No, listen.
Like
it has
the
has
shit that'll
dog.
kill you.
No, it has dog claws. So his claws aren't like a normal cat's claws. They don't have retractable claws. It's almost like a dog's foot. So he can kind of scratch you like, ouch, 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 ouch. Stop.
I mean, you still grab shit.
But it's sharp teeth, sharp killing teeth. But they don't have any. They're not strong, and it's not like a big tiger. I think I think I can tame it, man. I think I can make it my friend. I really do. If you put me in enough
and
situations,
then you add in
it.
like the
Like
Robert
teaching
Vince's
it.
touch.
By teaching
Right, like I'm not gonna like okay, boom. Like if the room was
sealed immediately and a cheetah fell out of the fridge.
Sealed immediately.
A fucking steel door slams down, a cheetah
gotta
rolls
be-
out of the fridge.
right.
You're just like, I'm on.
But-
Are you wearing like anything to protect you? Like
I mean, just
chainmail?
like, you know, probably like a helmet and like something for my nuts. Okay, you know, be pretty much, you know, don't hurt me. You know,
But your
maybe,
arms
maybe
and
something
legs-
strong around my wrists.
Okay, you got okay.
You know, let's just go ahead at it. But I don't want to hit him or nothing. I want to try to make dinner. I want to try to and see. Okay, if the room
Robert Vince, if you're listening,
if the room was immediately sealed and the cheetah came in, I also need people to get me out of there too. It's
Like
gotta
EMTs and stuff.
be
yeah.
no, not EMTs. Like, you know, like at a rodeo, it's like
sounds like a
it's like a,
Rodeo, yeah. So
it
you
almost
need,
sounds like a David Blaine special.
Yeah,
How long can you be in a sealed kitchen with a cheetah?
are we that much different than animals? It's like the worst.
it's
Like
not always a
experiment.
kitchen. Sometimes it's a Starbucks. Sometimes it's a.
A Starbucks. You got to wait in line with a cheetah.
Sometimes it's a living room or a gymnasium or something like that.
Trying to play basketball with a cheetah.
Oh,
Right.
man.
We'll probably start with a gymnasium.
Right,
Something big,
yeah.
Okay. Gymnasium, boom. Okay. And then you see when me and the cheetah lock eyes. And what's the cheetah going to do?
Hold up, are you cooking everywhere?
And then maybe, like, you know, let's say a gymnasium to get smaller.
Okay, we got to keep
Are you
going.
constantly cooking
We
your
gotta
food
keep
though?
going.
Okay.
Like I
I'm-
like the idea of like they let loose a cheetah ran like out of this like doorway in a
We start-
coliseum,
We're
and you're
gonna
like in the
put
center
me-
of it cooking
This is how I'm
food.
going to gradually get to know it. I'm going to get to know him in a larger first. I'm going to walk into somewhere where he's in like a natural cheetah reservoir or whatever.
So you
whichever
should be
cheetahs
pitching
be
this
at.
to like I don't know, I feel like VH1 or something. and they-
VH1. No, Bravo.
Well, you have all your testimonials where you're talking
like-
about like I feel like I made some progress
Imagine
with the
if-
cheetah today. Like,
Don't you want to see
know.
like the crew that films like Real Housewives get this assignment? Like you're gonna
Wait,
film
hold on, what?
real cheetahs.
This
Not-
guy's trying to
only
make
one
friends
cheetah.
with a cheetah to prove something.
We're gonna lock him in a kitchen.
Well, we're
a
pretty sure he's gonna
Starbucks,
get fucking
a
killed, and the
Subway.
ratings gonna be
It's
great.
gonna be great.
Okay, so he's far away. Boom. if he's in a big cage with regular jungle stuff in it, and a man walk in, he might just be like, okay, that's a regular man. I see him. He might not do nothing to me. Then put him in a gymnasium with me, right? He's
What are you saying? Why would it be less afraid of you in its natural habitat where it
I
would
like the idea that you're saying to make a movie where they film it in the like the production of the
No,
movie is them
that's-
literally putting a cheetah in a room with you,
Yeah.
which is not, you know what I mean? Like they wouldn't
That's scene one. Okay, whatever happens.
just. We'll see. This, this is a fucking
No,
live special
They
or
cut.
movie.
You don't
We'll
know what
just see
happened,
it-
but you do see me in another scene, so I must have lived. Maybe I look worse or
You
better.
know, that might work if you start in a really big place and you let the cheetah loose, and if it
Thank you for
attacks
trying to help me
you
with
take
this.
it away.
Right.
And then you put it
the
back.
rodeo clowns coming like, hey,
You take it away, and then
people
you
save
take
me.
it to a smaller place and do it again.
Boom. Then they put me in a gymnasium, and
Until
now
eventually, you're in like a sleeping bag
Man,
with the
eventually
cheetah.
I'm
See, you should just be like pitching this to
You know
like
what
some
I mean?
weird
Like
think
it keeps
tank.
getting smaller until the two of you are just like cuddling
Until
in
we
a sleeping
friends.
bag. Yeah, so
Exactly.
you're camping with it,
And then it's the
camp.
David Blaine trick where it's like, now I will seal myself in a time capsule with a cheetah and
For
enough
20
air
years.
for 20 years. Let him out. Like, what? All right, what the fuck are we talking
Santa
about?
dogs. What are we talking about?
Oh,
What was
God.
it? Okay. There's a bunch of kids on a pond and they're skating, and then one girl's like, "I suck at skating."
Oh, not yet, not yet.
Well,
They land.
I was gonna say that
They
she
land.
lands
Miss
in the
Claus
barn.
gets out.
House
She
land.
goes one way. She parks her reindeers.
She parks the reindeers
parks
in a
the
barn.
reindeers.
For some reason, that's gonna be
Slides out.
important.
Yep.
She's looking for an ambassador. She's like, yo, I'm checking for an ambassador.
But maybe they're on this lake of Christmas cheer, and,
And
it's,
she goes
right.
watch kids
Yeah,
play.
over there.
Right.
fucking,
The dogs follow her. They
hockey.
sneak out right behind her. Right?
right.
So she presses on to go find the main town after she talks to somebody.
And then that girl's like, I can't skate. I wish I could skate.
And they're like, well, this is what a Christmas wish is, right? It's almost Christmas. We got a thing. She said wish. Let's do it. Bang.
Right.
Then she does some crazy shit, like flips
Right,
around,
so the
skates
dogs
backwards.
make the girl do the
Yes.
flips.
And
Because they
they're
got the
fr-
crystal on. The crystal
It's
works.
noted here that
All you
I
gotta do
guess
is wish stuff when you got the
humans
crystal.
can't see like the magic itself.
No, they
Yeah,
can't.
no.
'Cause there's
And
like
the
a
magic
poof.
is sparkly.
Yeah, it's like a
beautiful.
sparkle magic that no one else can
Yeah.
apparently
Like
see.
all magic is. What's magic without sparkles? Nigga?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not even magic. It's definitely not.
That's science.
That's
Magic
the,
looks
right,
like
exactly.
smart.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only thing science is magic without sparkles. Because if you did any of this shit that we do
fuck,
now, back in the days, it'd be magic, right? Think about it. If I was talking to you on a little device, you'd be like,
right,
oh,
right.
it's magic. No, it's not. It's science.
Yeah, I
But-
didn't see any
It just doesn't
sparkling,
sparkle.
so
Yeah.
it's obviously science.
Right.
Until I see some
Matter of fact, that's what-
sparkling.
Look. If
Fair enough.
If
Fair
iPhone,
enough.
if motherfuckers want to come up with some new technological shit, they put sparkles on shit, man. Like for real,
That
man.
makes sure this thing sparkles. All right.
when you use it, it should be
Yeah.
like.
That'd be great if Steve Jobs came out and he's
magically.
like, see this new iPhone.
Right,
it's not
right,
actually
right.
powered by science, it's magic.
It's
See how it
back.
sparkles?
right.
It's just glowing all the time.
All right.
We figured it out. It's
I
powered
believe-
by-
How do you call someone? You
Like,
just
whoa.
talk at it.
you just make wishes
You
toward it.
think about who you want to talk to and just think
Fucking
about
right.
speaking.
Come on.
just
While holding this button, this is exactly like your finger.
speaking.
If it's gonna glow and be magic, it better do some crazy shit.
Right.
So they give that girl the power of skating.
And she skates her ass off like
And her friends are like, "How'd you do that?" She
Yeah.
goes, "I have no idea," and just skates off.
skates the
that's
fuck
it.
off like mine. Find you on your own, bitch.
You're like, all right, like
Can
a
she do that
miracle just
forever?
happened, but
Right,
I don't
right.
really care. Skate
Man,
on.
like a triple something real
Kids
cool.
are open to the to the supernatural.
Yeah.
You know?
Plus, shit like
guess
that can
so.
happen when you're a kid. You can just figure something out.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, everything is magical to you.
I guess.
They
Wish I
believe.
could skate
They
better. And
believe.
then you're like, well, I guess you're right.
You can really learn it.
That's fair.
Like
That's
I
fair.
can skate all day. That's not gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna one day
Yeah.
just hit the. Perhaps. I don't know.
Then Miss Claus she's in the town, right? She's walking through
She's
town
walking through
because the
town.
dogs follow her into town.
That's when the dad and the daughter get on the radio, and that's when you find out. Their
that's when
wife
she's
died.
that's when she's
because
wife
the
died.
dad goes
then
on
she sings
the radio.
the song.
Hold on,
And
but
that's
on-
when the fuck I fell in
on
love.
the
yo.
radio.
That's the moment.
That was the spot right there.
It was cute. It was a
It
little
was
girl
cute,
singing
yo.
a song.
And she sang what was the?
She got no teeth. Look, hold on, but
He's like my dead mother, and just so
no, the
sad.
song wasn't
Blue,
about the
Christmas
dead
blue. It was
Yeah,
like a
it was a
blue
blue
Christmas.
Christmas
Yeah, but it was
thing, but
so,
it
like
wasn't
that.
throughout
Everything.
the song.
It was a lot of symbolism.
It
in
was
it.
bad. Yeah, it was always
just
like,
sad,
break
and
my
I
heart
was just like,
to
oh,
Christmas.
this is adorable.
But before the intro of the song is the dad was like, as you all know, this song was written by my late wife. And we were like, oh, why'd you say
shit.
that like over the
Right.
radio like that?
And,
the whole
dad's
town-
always about to cry. The whole movie. He's
I think-
always, he's always on
Also-
the verge.
Also, it should be said too, like what Matt was
The
saying
whole
about
town is
the
listening.
communist regime aspect of this. The whole town does listen to this one
and the,
station.
and the radio
Right.
station
it
has
reminded me of like the Warriors or
loud
something, where like
speakers, yeah.
obviously the whole city listens to this one
Yes, and the
radio
music
station.
pumps out of the speakers
Yeah.
in
like
every
into
restaurant.
the street,
Every
every
because all
building.
the other stations are restricted. You can't.
Restricted.
It's
You listen
almost
to
it's
Christmas
almost
shit.
like a.
It's a communist.
I mean,
fucking
yeah, it really
Christmas.
is. It's like listening stations all over.
It's a radio station owned by the husband of the ambassador of Christmas.
Yeah.
Until she died. You know,
Holy fuck,
dude, it's nuts.
Isn't it deep? That's deep. That's
Shit
deep.
is.
This movie
It's
is
all
great.
there.
It's definitely it should be a separation between Christmas and state. That fucking shit. Because that's fucking crazy. That's
Right.
That's nepotism at its highest.
It
So
is.
you fell in love with the movie while a tiny girl with no teeth sang a really
Yeah,
sad
that kind of.
song.
I was like, oh, the mom.
I mean, she was
like, it was
cute.
kind of sad. And the second time she sang the other song that I like that song. That's my jam.
Oh yeah.
What's that? Ave Maria, one of them joints. I like it. It's a few Christmas songs like I really like. I like that. I like,
Music-
I like
Carol
the
and
little
the
drummer
Bells.
boy. That angels are.
Yeah. She was
Those
pretty
same
good.
songs are pretty to me. I just can't. You
Yeah.
know, I'm
I like
kind of
Christmas music,
sucker for
so yeah.
it. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
I
you
listen
can't-
to I listen to the Christmas station every year on the radio. But
Yeah, you can't help it. It makes
it's
you
weird
feel a
because
little
like I don't give people rides all the time, so I'm driving around listening to it all the time. Nobody knows I'm like, you know what I mean? Like,
You
so
don't
I'm just like
exactly
doing it.
seem like you'd be a person
And
to
then
listen to
I just don't
My
think.
dad's
I
like
know.
that,
I don't
yeah.
think about it, and then someone gets in my car, and I'm just like instinctually just turn on the car, and like Christmas music starts up, and we're driving, and like 5 minutes in, they're like,
What are you doing?
Is this what you do in your car? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's Christmas
It's a
time.
good feeling.
Hopefully,
It's Christmas time.
hopefully
It's
now
Christmas
someone will be
music.
like, "What are you doing, man? Do you worship the icicle?" Like,
right. What kind of shit are you?
Don't you know about the Great Icicle?
Right.
I mean, if we don't
be a code. You should
worship
have a
it,
tat of some kind,
or a secret handshake or
signifying.
something. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like right here. You know, it's
It's
like
like on your
it's
hand.
a mark.
Right. It's gotta be in your hand or something.
The mark of the beast. The mark of
So
the
you
icicle.
shake your hand,
Right,
people
it is.
know.
Oh, fucking.
Okay, so she's singing that.
Right, they
She's
get
singing
real
this
weird.
beautiful song over the radio that her dead mom wrote.
Yeah, and it
and,
was-
Miss Claus is like in the middle of the street, like, oh,
It was
she's
inviting,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
This
she's
child.
like, yeah, she's like orgasming over the song
That's when the three sisters.
because they
what were
pump
their
it
last
into
names?
the street.
Right. Everybody's got to hear it. Everybody.
Everyone.
What are the name of the three sisters?
And everybody knows her mother's dead too.
I don't know the name of this. It was
That's
like
right.
it was Agnes and Joy and something.
And
They
she
wore
I don't
colors.
really
She was named a
understand.
color blue.
And
Her name
every
was
inch
Blue.
of their bodies were clothed completely with
Yes.
stockings and pantyhose and
I didn't. They were a weird aspect
Leg
of this movie.
warmers.
The
They
sisters
were, yeah, they were like a
thing.
50s
Color.
singing group.
turtlenecks up to the neck.
But they're
Oh,
really
a hat.
because she asked them like, "What is this? Where is
A
this coming
veil.
from?" And they explain that's
Catches
Mr.
face.
So and So runs the radio.
Fuck, Connor, was that their name?
Sarah Connor.
Definitely not.
way.
Terminator.
Carter.
Right.
Carter.
Oh,
Carter,
and let's
Carter,
not forget.
Carter.
I don't want to skim
Carter.
through this point. Let's not forget that they jacked lines from any movie they could, that was popular.
Oh, fuck.
Well, Spider-Man
Yes, they
and Top
quoted
Gun.
Spider-Man
Spider-Man and
in
Top
the
Gun.
Top Gun
Christmas
when
and I'm
they're
sure a ton
flying.
of other shit we probably just didn't notice.
Yeah. But like you said, they can do that, and the kids watching these movies aren't
fresh
ever
shit.
gonna recognize it.
Fresh shit. Sounds like
Yeah.
a slick line. Just
Yeah.
sounds like something cool. Like, of course it's fucking cool. It's from 1985.
Yeah, right.
When cool people on cocaine were running
Great,
awesome movies.
crazy shit that we loved. Yeah. So the sisters explain who it is, and we learn also that they're characters apparently in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't really get their place in the movie, but they're there,
They-
and yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They really don't.
I don't
even
understand
matter
what
in
they're
the
supposed to
jail
be.
They're
either.
just more of the.
They're just
they're
happy.
adding to the Christmas cheer. They're one
They're
of the
super
people-
cheerful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Except they get a song started. They get a song started real
sure.
nice. You know.
Oh yeah, they do it
They
later.
dance.
All right,
That was
color.
my favorite song in the movie.
They're
Yeah.
talking color.
Yeah.
They really were.
Serious?
Yeah, I think that was my
Okay.
favorite song in the movie.
When they were
We'll get
locked
to it.
down.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Great, good God.
I was happy.
The,
It was a happy song. And it's weird because they're trying to break out of a prison while it's happening.
Cool.
Yeah. So
yeah, she sings the song. Mrs. Claus is headed towards the radio station. Then we see the puppies grant a couple more wishes, right? Like
Bullshit wishes. Like
they give a girl 2 front teeth for Christmas.
right, and she was pumped.
Once
They
again-
were doing good things,
I
Which
said,
again, another
how powerful can this thing get when you?
Well,
and nobody freaked out about it. Like her fucking
that's
teeth
what
just-
I'm saying.
That's fucking
busted
my
out of her.
brother was
man.
like, "Whoa!" She's like,
It's
"Hey, that's
insane.
cool. Let's go show mom, so she can completely
Dude.
fucking lose her mind
Right.
and
Like-
not understand
like
what
you were-
reality
yeah.
is anymore."
Mom, I grew fucking bone in my mouth
Just
instantly.
now.
Like,
What?
instantly.
I felt it slide out.
Oh. God damn it, man.
What the fuck?
Imagine if the buddies went to like a hospital. How
anything
weird
growing
it
on
would
your
be.
anything growing on your body that fast is fucking weird.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Imagine
that's
nails
fucking
could do that.
funny.
Like,
Not to
ugh.
mention, the brother saw it happen.
It's like
Yeah.
There's proof by another human being said, I saw the teeth
They
just
were
go,
gone.
"Ugh."
They were there.
He made like burn her at the stake. you demon.
Right, where are you producing that? Are you shitting out of your gums?
God, that'd be great if that was the cause of the Christmas cheer loss. Is that they think this girl's like,
It's just
They
fucking
burn her
teeth.
alive, and everybody's sad. Oh
I
no! Why
believe
we
in
do it?
Christmas. Gotta kill this girl. All right,
All right,
yeah. And so
okay.
because the dad is at the meal we learned he was looking for a nanny. We didn't say that.
Oh yeah.
So they're home, right? And they're
No, they're at the radio station.
oh, they're at the radio station.
And
okay.
she comes into it, and they're like, "Who are you?" And she,
Right,
she
right.
talks to the little girl first, and she's like, "You're amazing. Like she's
Your
like,
voice
you're
is
amazing."
perfect.
And she's like, "Oh, thank you. My mom used to work here. She's dead." And she's like, "Oh God." The girl basically gives her the rundown on everything instantly. That happens like 3 times in the movie, where someone meets someone and then just kind of like refreshes them on the whole
Oh,
movie.
okay.
yeah,
And
yeah.
she does that, and then the dad walks in, assumes she's the nanny, steamrolls the conversation like a dickhead who's not listening. Like, and just,
Oh,
and then
he's
she's like,
supposed to
okay,
work.
fine, I'm the nanny. Let's
Right,
go to your house.
right. Because she came there looking for an ambassador. Right.
Yeah,
and
she
slid
was
in.
trying to explain she was Mrs. Claus and all this shit, and he was so fucking just like, okay, so now, and then, you know, when can you start? And she's like, well, I guess right now.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't
Fair enough.
really have to look into her past.
No.
No, he just goes, hey,
No,
let's
you
go
can
to the
watch
house.
my kids. Whatever.
Cool.
You're a very
Trust-
attractive Christmas woman. It's fine.
Come on in. And we're a Christmas town. We believe in that shit. And plus, there's no crime here.
I can't
don't
believe there
fuck with
wasn't a
Christmas.
love interest for the dad.
I know.
It
That's what I
seems like it'd be
thought.
obvious in this.
I didn't know. Was
Dude,
she
when
gonna,
you were
let
like-
her hair down.
Well, she
or-
does at some point. She looks.
To some degree, but she's still too old to really do that. But she,
You
she's
while we
pretty
were
for her
watching
age.
you were like, I bet he's gonna bring the wife back to life. That would have been fucking insane.
That's
Because you were talking about how strong
Dude,
the
that
Yeah, that
is
would have
so
been crazy.
dark.
That would have been crazy. But I mean,
You were like, the power
right?
crystal's
'Cause she
so
would have to get out
powerful.
the dirt. Like, no, they could have made her walk out of a bubble of light, or at least make her come down and
Like an angel
You're
come-
safe, and I love you, and go and move on.
Like
or,
Casper. You know, the mom in Casper is like, I miss you.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Live your
At
life.
least- yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just, one more. You feel better.
Yeah. Just one last goodbye.
Yeah, I'm
you know?
cool. Y'all seen a little.
The Christmas icicle does the last
That
goodbye.
people be shooting themselves all over town. All right.
Right. So then.
So they head to the house. Then does something happen before it's nighttime and the kid
No,
is walking? with
It's nighttime and the buddies are like walking around town
And
looking
they see
to grant wishes, I
The
guess.
radio guy's
I don't even know
son.
what they're fucking
Dude,
trying to do. They're
I
just
couldn't
walking
even-
around.
I can't even imagine what kind of chaos they caused in between.
Oh, the
then
dogs,
and
right.
the
They are
nightfall.
trying to prove that they can use
The Christmas
they can
magic
make-
to
right,
spread
they
the
can
Christmas
spread the
spirit.
cheer.
So they run across the son of the radio station
guy, and he's like
We don't know
pulling a
his
cart and
trying to do
he-
something good in the
Yeah,
universe.
with
or
this-
something.
oh, wait,
Trying
He's
to
pulling
feed the
like
kid.
a radio flyer wagon filled with
Yeah,
presents, and
with
it
this other
spills
kid.
over with this other kid.
and they start picking him up, and he's like,
God,
I
I
wish.
hate Christmas.
He said he wished
got-
that
no, he
the
had a bad
Christmas
attitude.
spirit would go away.
He was pissed because his mother was dead. He wished,
As one would be.
and he wished that everybody would see how dumb Christmas really
No,
is.
he said his wish later in the movie because we all were like
Oh,
freaking
okay.
out about other shit earlier. And
No,
we
he's-
decided to miss
Oh,
the
okay.
wish.
He
The wish
wished that-
was he wished that the Christmas spirit would just go away.
Yeah.
That's what he wished.
which manifests itself from
Oh, Jesus
without
Christ!
That's
the-
when it gets
without
dirty.
without not the buddies, without the pups interacting, it comes from the crystal and then infects the kid with like a black
No, the
mist.
kid, the pups grant the wish.
Oh, they do. 'Cause they
Yeah,
can't
and
hear
because
him?
he says he goes, "Here's another wish," and the girl goes, "Don't grant that wish," and then the crystal activates, and the
That's why I
crazy
said it
weird
kind of does
shit
it against
explodes.
their will, because the crystal is the crystal's in
Well,
charge of what's happening.
No,
So,
man.
what do
no,
you just-
dude, no. The
if
dogs
anyone
did it.
wishes
They
around the
fucked
crystal-
up. They were
I think
supposed
the
to learn
dogs
about
did something.
responsibility. Yeah, the dogs did it, man.
Well, they brought the crystal near a wish. How
No.
about
which is fucking up in and of itself.
anyway, fine.
Okay, but anyway, this little boy's little wish
that? Motives aside,
gets loose.
turns into black.
Mist.
And it looks
Not
almost
even
looks like
mist, like
moths or
flake.
something.
Like moths, like the
Flaky
Green Mile.
It
but-
looks like the Green
but
Mile.
He's not helping anybody. He's infecting people. He's like,
So
he's
the like
passing
black
it
shit
out.
goes in the kid. And we were all like, "Damn, that's fucking cool." I thought it was cool.
Well, yeah,
I
it
thought
looks
that
slick.
part- I was
but
like, "Whoa!"
What was
wild.
going on? It was the loss of the Christmas spirit. Like people would get
was, like,
infected by
passing
it, and they were like, "Fuck that."
So the kid was like, "You know what? You're right. Fuck taking these to the barn for the kids.
Kids, they don't need them.
Let's just
Whatever.
steal
Let's keep
'em.
them for
Well,
themselves.
he goes, "I'm just going home." And he's like, "You can't just not give them the orphans." And he's like, "We can just keep them, man. I don't care." And he's like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
What's wrong with you? Yeah, like I hate Christmas. I'm not gonna steal from kids.
Yeah, you're a monster. He's
Right,
like,
right.
"Meh." He
I'll
just
give a-
walks on.
So
That's when he gets home late, and the dad,
Hugs him.
Mrs. Claus, and the sister are
They're
all
there.
at home.
and they're
Right.
talking like how the dad wants to do all this Christmas activities.
Hey,
with
we're
his
gonna
kids.
decorate the tree
Right,
there.
right. He's being
So the
himself.
kid
like,
gets home
nah.
and his black evilness
Goes into his dad.
goes into his dad. Yeah,
Right.
And then the dad doesn't become evil; he just becomes indifferent.
Indifferent.
Yeah.
He just didn't care.
How deep of a message
He's
is
like, "I'd
that?
rather go to bed." He's like, "Yeah, you know what? Why don't we
Robert
all
Vince
just
is
go to
like,
Because
bed?"
that's
the
probably
real problem
worse.
is indifference.
Yeah, that is. It's the
Well,
truth.
he
Yeah.
thinks. I mean, if he's thinking that the entire problem with America is that we don't believe in Christmas anymore,
That's true.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. I don't know.
mean, there's
But then
the
the
whole-
kid,
yeah.
the dad's like, "You know what? Fuck the tree. It'll be there tomorrow. Who cares? Let's all go to bed. And that's when
and they're like, "Can Mrs. Claus stay here?" And he's like, "Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Sure, fine, whatever.
It's fine."
And then they have a super Mary Poppins moment upstairs where she performs magic repeatedly in front of this child.
That's what I said. Can she create food? And then she goes like this to a table, and it's cupcakes and all this shit.
Everything.
So let's talk about it. He can this Christmas cheer is about like giving up and not worrying about the cost of something. You know, like just giving the people
being good and nice and
happy. Yes,
they can make.
Let's look out for one another.
All right, so you look at all the problems. All right, it's December 15th, whatever year this movie takes place in.
2010.
You got the spirit map. You're looking at all the problems with the Christmas spirit flow.
You're like Superman. You can see the world from the space.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's one sad kid in the most cheerful place on earth. You go there to fix that.
Cambodia, Ethiopia.
I don't know, like
There's
Africa,
children
Egypt,
being born with AIDS
Ethiopia.
and dying of starvation before the AIDS. You know what I mean? Like, you're magic. Do something,
this
man.
is my theory. If any of these movies, any Christmas movie where people realize Santa Claus is real, why wouldn't people then go? You just go and you be like, look, all you got to do is give somebody something. It doesn't even matter what it is. Just on December 25th, you take some shit. You make it, you dress it up, you give people things, you act happy. Food will come. Food will come to you.
And
you know
water.
what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you just do that? Like, people in the desert could just be like, here's a rock, dude. Thank you so much. I love this rock and I love you. Here's a rock as well.
Yeah, right.
And
it
then,
creates the food, Yeah,
and then they would just get, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if you could make...
Also, you think...
If you're supposed to be spreading goodwill and cheer...
We're going to get to this,
I think she should have just walked around just feeding people and shit. I think Mrs.
everybody
Claus
here was rich
and Santa Claus
and
had
fed.
right. No,
There
I'm
was
saying
no homeless
not there.
people.
It should have never even. First of all, ignore that town. That town is perfect.
Yes, it's fine.
Does not need help. That town
There's
does not
1,000
need
other
help.
places. How about you get out there and help some people and fucking use your
Look, the old
crystals
adage
and
from the Bible,
wands.
right? Teach a man to fish. You know, that whole thing.
Yeah,
Just
maybe
melt
go
that
to Flint,
crystal.
Michigan, and give them like water for
Give them
Christmas.
jobs. Do something.
Right, water. How about that?
Yeah, clean water for Christmas, Santa Claus. You fucking dick. Sorry.
No, Santa's somewhere like, I'm not in charge of all the social issues, nigga. I'm in charge of Christmas.
And that covers upper middle class
right. I mean,
Christians.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's it. I'm in charge of
deal
that.
with all this other shit.
But it's interesting. Oh God, at the risk of being the black goddess, gets super political. But really, that points out a serious point. That's kind of how the structure of white supremacy works. Look, I'm not thinking about anybody else. To the last whitest white person is straight. You know what I'm saying? And of course,
absolutely, yeah.
Symbolically,
Right.
Because that town wasn't even all white, but you understand what I mean. But the place where there's no need.
It's a white
but we
town.
pour our money where there is no need. We pour our money because we look for surplus. We look for excellence. We look for where it's overflowing, as opposed to because just be rich. Some people gotta stay poor. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Miss Claus wasn't creating that food. Maybe she was pulling it from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. That's even darker.
You know what I mean?
Or the materials to make cupcakes.
That's how things work. You know what I'm saying? In general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, is she creating cupcakes out of thin air?
I told you,
or is she like dissipating
She's like stealing
it?
food ingredients from
other
homes
places.
and like.
I told you, The Matrix is my favorite movie, so everything is like, to me, I'm like, is there a riddle within?
I mean, I don't see why Santa Claus can't be a surrogate, like thematic surrogate for like, you know, the president or something. You know what I mean? Like, like he's like,
absolutely.
let's put our resources here. That, you know, it's like, well, we don't need them there. I said
We'll put them there.
I think
we're gonna put them there.
Sometimes when people write movies, sometimes maybe it isn't even conscious what they're doing, but just if your mind works in a certain way, you know, that just seemed like great. Let's make Christmas in a place that's already great, but it's almost perfect. Like that's fucking stupid. That's not teaching
this
anybody
is why
what Christmas
you need
is all
to work
about.
with Robert Vince because he needs to see that.
Oh yeah. Cut
he
out
reads
me
it.
talking shit about him and shit. Robert, I love you. I love you. But I get it coming from that perspective.
Sure, yeah.
I totally get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people, like, the power structure is set up a long time ago. And some people that just benefit from it. They don't fucking know. That's how I was raised. That's how, you know, I think.
That's how we were raised.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how. So you just go with the flow if you don't take a step back and look at it. So with that in mind, considering that, it's a dope movie. You know,
Whenever I watch
But also-
Christmas movies now is like mid-30s. I'm like, when kids are complaining they don't have anything at Christmas, I'm like, your house is immaculate. Like, you're so lucky. Yeah, it's just insane. Yeah.
What I don't understand is, can they have excess Christmas cheer or spirit? Like, can they be overpowered?
No, I don't know.
I don't know why they needed to get 100. Everybody was good.
They were at
I'm just wondering.
99.999, man.
I'm just saying, like, in that world, then why wouldn't he just go to like places and like give them all this free shit and be like, if you worship me?
Because the worship gives the icicle power. So he could turn like all of Ethiopia.
Did he really drop down on his knees and that shit?
No.
Oh.
It's just like the movie started.
But he did have it in a
talking
room
at
and he
this
was like looking at it,
and
yeah.
then like making a
Basically,
wish. And you were
basically
fuck?
just like.
But he could take like entire like third world countries and be like, here's food and everything you
water.
ever.
He can start with just water.
I'll
In a
come
lot
back.
of places,
just water.
he can start
I'll
with
visit
just
you once a year and give you everything
He
you
could
need.
make
if you...
decadent
water.
food for them. You know what I mean?
Right. And here's a bunch of
Insane.
pancakes and sausages and shit. You ain't eating the longest.
Which it brings us to this is good because it brings us to the next morning. We're on the plot.
Oh, yeah.
Because they wake
Well,
up.
no. At night, the dogs, the Santa pups they're walking down the street and the
disease is spreading.
The disease is spreading all
it
over
spreads
town.
to the dog guy.
People
The
are not
dog
giving a
catcher
fuck.
sees him and goes, well, they're spending Christmas in the pound. And his dog, Baxter, with two different colored eyes, is like, oh, what are you
Henson
talking about?
puppet.
He's like, hey, buddies. He's like, what are you guys doing? Then they explain they're from the North Pole. And he's like, I'm down for the cause.
Yeah, he's
Right. He liked him at first.
He's like, he knows all about it.
He was like, every dog knows about Santa Paws, so fuck, I'm
What's up,
in,
baby?
dude. What do you need?
All dogs know about all dogs.
And then
And
instantly,
he was like, you at the right town because normally they would have been. He was like,
he was
hey.
like, "Dog, you're in the best place for Christmas." Then a net gets thrown on him. He's like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck is going
happening?
on?"
He's like, dude, are you okay?
And he
Like,
drags him in the building, and he's like, "Don't worry, it's pretty fun here. You get treats." And then he like shoving him in a cage, and he's like, "What the
Wait,
fuck
you
is
never put anybody
happening?"
in the cage,
Everybody's
man?
got the disease. Everybody's got
But
the fuck Christmas
takes
disease.
away Christmas cheer. Are these people fucking animals?
Yes.
Every
Maybe
other
because
month of the
maybe-
year.
Yes.
Listen.
Are you saying like the Christmas
Without a father
veneer?
figure to smack them, they are just disgusting human beings.
So was it?
Well, I'm saying
it's
like
a commentary on religion,
December
Matt.
26th.
They turn it into garbage.
They're like human
Yeah,
garbage.
maybe between Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's a beautiful town. And otherwise, it's just that's what they
All right,
regularly
all
live.
right.
Yeah.
Wow, that would make a whole lot more sense. Like, yo,
It's
not
like 30
always
days a
like
night
this.
kind of thing where you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
30
happy.
days of
but it's
nice.
nice.
30 days, yeah.
But it's nice.
It's
the
a nice
nicest.
place to live.
30
Yeah.
days of nice.
30
And like-
days of nice. Pineville,
excellent.
30 days of nice.
That's excellent. That's
Okay, it's been an hour. We gotta
fuck.
go. We gotta keep moving.
Okay.
We gotta keep moving.
God.
Next morning, they
The
wake
next
up.
morning they wake up.
Miss
She makes a
Claus-
million foods.
Yeah, but spread
everything.
fit
Made
for
me
a
hungry
king.
as fuck.
There was pancakes of different types.
Fluffy
It stags.
pancakes.
Loved
Man,
it.
I'm so hungry right now. I was thinking about
It
it.
did actually
Right,
make me
right,
hungry.
Oh man, she rated a spread that like the dad. The girl walks down and she's like, "We didn't. I wish we decorated the tree." And then Miss Claus like, "Close your eyes." Then she just decorates the whole house.
And she's like, "Oh, cool, great."
Yeah, awesome.
Why is she so accepting of this fucking demon
D-
magic?
d-
But,
yeah.
all right.
So the
and
dad
then
comes down and
in.
he's
He
like,
doesn't give a flying
Hey, Dad,
fuck.
we decorated the tree. Hey.
Right.
He
Yeah,
sits
yeah.
I'm a lawyer. I
He
got
sits
work.
down at his table and he's like, "I didn't pay for it." You know, he's not an idiot.
Dude,
It's not like the
he
magic made
doesn't
him
give a
dumb.
fuck.
But like that spread was like, who paid for this?
Oh, the song.
Right. Not only spread, but decorations. And the
like-
tree. Everything
Yeah.
was just so crazy. Yeah.
The song they sang was called
But
"The
he-
Christmas Cold."
It was called the
forgot. It
Christmas
was about-
Cold. It's
What
called.
is
So
it?
yeah, he would at least been
Yeah.
astonished. But I guess Christmas cheer takes away all your wonder. You had maybe had no wonder in it.
I want to point this out though. When she's explaining what the Christmas cold is, that's when she was like, the girl goes, "What is the Christmas cold?" And she's like, "We don't really know. It's been around for a very long time." And I was like hoping there was gonna
Wait,
be
so-
like ancient evils and stuff,
Right.
and it didn't
No,
fucking
yeah.
happen, which is bullshit.
It could have went in
but
a different
It
direction.
could have been really cool.
Yeah, like a Gamork or something, you know, like some agent of evil.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So yeah, no one gives he doesn't give a fuck about breakfast. The son doesn't give a fuck about breakfast. They both
Right.
go on to be sad sack fuckers. And the girl and the and Mrs. Claus are like, things are dope. What's the probs?
because they don't know about the cold
Yeah,
yet.
they don't
right?
know about it spreading yet.
Then
How does
what
it
happened?
start
What's
spreading? Like the dogs are like, "Get us out of here." He's like, "I can't." I
Well,
don't
then
know
it
why he's
spread-
acting like
then-
this with that.
Oh,
Don't they go to the
start
guy
bumping into
shoveling?
each other in the street.
He's the guy that turns into the.
Oh wait! The boy also bumped into the mayor, so the mayor's already all
So the
fucked
mayor,
up.
It's like-
the mayor's not
He's
chills
like,
no
the
more.
Christmas parade might not happen this year.
Right.
It's been a
Cuts
long
everything
time
off.
coming.
Right.
You know,
They gotta pay the rent on that radio station, or it's gone.
Right.
Yeah,
The radio station owed money, and
He already talked to the dad, and the dad was like, "Yeah, take it."
That is where
whatever.
the shovel thing.
Right,
happens.
The
dad
dad
didn't
is
care.
also something that wasn't said until mid-movie. Is he's a lawyer?
Yeah, he's now
Well, yeah.
he's on the phone all
Right.
the
They just
time.
popped that in there. I was wondering how he's making money.
Talk about a family that doesn't need help. The man is a lawyer
30
and
days are nice. 30 days are nice. He only works there.
he owns a
he
radio
makes good
station.
money,
He's a
so
lawyer and he has a
he gets to take
beautiful
off.
home with 2 kids.
He takes
All right.
off after Thanksgiving. He goes in.
So they, so
He lives
she
a different
takes
life.
that.
That's the whole shift. The whole shift.
Isn't
of
that when the
radio
buddies
station.
encounter the man shoveling his walk? And
The buddies don't. Who sees that? Mrs. Claus? Or so who runs into that?
is it Miss Claus? I think it's Miss Claus.
Because they start noticing people being shitty out on
Shitty
the
to each other.
streets.
Like, what's going on here? Yeah.
Like right in
Right,
front of
like
them.
this unlike
Yeah,
us.
it does
yeah.
not-
The
it's
guy's
not
like
like
shoveling
it.
his walk by himself because earlier there was all these people helping him, but now he's
Right,
doing
the
it
dude
alone.
falls.
He's like, "I'm gonna sue the hell out of you," and then all of a
Like,
sudden
"No, I'm
he
gonna
gets,
sue
he's like,
you."
"You know what? No, that is not what he says. He goes, "I'm gonna sue your pants off," and he goes, "Oh yeah." Stands up, walks into his store, and turns off his Santa Claus in the window that's moving.
I'll show you, motherfucker.
Yeah, oh, you're gonna sue me? Well, fuck Santa.
It almost reminded me of like
Doesn't make any
Ghostbusters
sense.
2 with
Right.
the slime. Like instantly, people just start acting like shit.
Yeah.
You know, like it just reminded me
It's
of
like,
that.
it's like you don't believe in Christmas anymore. Does that make you a bad person?
fucking does.
I know people that. I mean,
Mark's
I
like,
know
I agree.
people that
I
don't
agree. I don't
celebrate
like people
Christmas
that-
and they're fine. They're not
Yeah,
like
they're not monsters.
I don't really celebrate either. I listen to a little song. And,
I watch movies. I basically
I might
watch
get my son something
movies
because I
that
got a
have to
son.
do with Christmas. I don't even really celebrate it. So I don't celebrate Christmas really. I don't buy presents for fucking anyone.
Yeah.
It's just
I listen
okay.
to the radio.
Does that change who
Right.
you? Do you turn instantly bad? Or you like, hey kids, have premarital sex? And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Fuck
this is-
yeah.
You know, like what are you? Why are
I don't give you
evil?
gifts. I give you AIDS and
Yeah.
things and drugs.
Things and things and
You're
drugs.
passing out knives to
Yeah.
kids. Here, you play
I
with
stabbed
this?
myself with this earlier. Lick it or something.
Here's some needles I found in the trash. You know, like what are you doing? It's whatever. Okay, where are we?
The
Isn't this
people
when-
are being shitty on the street.
Isn't this
the
when we
dogs
come
are
back to the
still
barn?
Kidnapped.
We come
They
back
come
to
back to the barn.
and then the reindeers are just in there.
And the
hanging
guy who
out.
owns the barn is like,
He's
"What
been
the
infected.
fuck is
He's been
this?"
infected.
He's been infected because they start talking to him, and he's like, it shows them going like,
It says bray.
Right.
The subtitle said braying.
yeah.
And yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, he doesn't understand because he doesn't believe in Christmas." Shit.
he's like,
Which I thought I needed to explain
Right.
to Mark before
Right.
the movie. but then
It
they
would take me a minute to
explained it in
catch
the
up.
movie.
Right, yeah, because their mind.
I
Like,
can't
people,
believe they
if you don't believe in
explain that.
Christmas,
You can't hear the
you can't
animals
hear them.
talk.
Yeah.
Christmas animals talk.
Christmas
Only
animals.
And so
you can hear regular animals talking. Oh.
No,
No,
just
you can't.
Christmas animals.
So
Are
then
the
he's
only
like,
animals that
he's
talk?
like, well, it's Christmas
No.
time. I can probably sell these things. Which,
Right.
once again, don't really
nuts.
think that's evil. If somebody parked a bunch of animals in my barn, I'd be like, yeah, they're mine now.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't
Then-
know what the fuck to do with a reindeer, so
Yeah, I'm selling them. I'm not gonna feed these things. Yeah.
So I'm gonna shoot these things.
Plus a premium sleigh
it
prop.
was evil. But when
No, the
I said
sleigh's
it,
dope.
he was evil in that situation, man. He was evil. He was the one. He was against Santa.
Is that when something happens before the Mrs. Claus comes back to the barn too? Doesn't it? Something has to. It wouldn't just cut to her coming in.
Well, buddies are in the cages. The buddies are in cages.
It's probably
The
more them
animal guy is
complaining.
catching. He basically replaced his whole romper
Oh,
room
your dance
with
scenes.
cages.
No, that happens a little bit later.
It
Oh yeah,
does.
he says like nobody wants their dogs anymore. Like,
Oh,
what the
everybody's giving away dogs.
Yeah, everybody just
Well,
Everybody
because they don't
gave
believe
away
in
the dog.
Christmas, they don't want their pets.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
apparently they only bought for one day of the year.
I don't
Everybody got away
Yeah. Take this thing.
So
this
his dog
beast.
spot is
Well,
filling
that was
up.
in that
All the
Japanese
dogs are
Christmas
barking.
movie we watched where it was about forgotten toys, but there was a dog.
Yeah, there was a dog.
Someone flushed a dog
Okay.
down the toilet.
Long story. Japanese Christmas
Yeah, that
movie.
movie was
Love
super
and Peace. It's
It
called
was
Love and Peace.
great.
It was amazing. Anyway, so yeah, all the town dogs are being given away because no one believes in Christmas.
And they're
Then-
like, "This is horrible. We gotta fix this with our necklace. We gotta get out of here." And they convince Bacter to like he starts being like, maybe I'll look into seeing if I can get the necklace.
They begin the long process of convincing Baxter to open a cage, which
insane.
lasts like a day.
Right.
It's like a full day.
He's like, I don't know. I
Miss
don't think I
Claus
should
goes
do that.
back to the barn,
And the reindeer are trying to warn her that somebody found them,
but they don't believe in Christmas.
And they don't believe in Christmas, and then they walk in with the sheriff. And the sheriff's like, that sounds like illegal boarding of animals on private property without the owner's consent.
He's doing his job. I don't see how he's evil. Christmas spirit makes you not do your job. Like,
not do your job.
Really, nobody who's
like,
working at Christmas time.
It gives you compassion. He's just rotely exercising the law on her.
That's right.
Without even speaking to her.
So she goes to jail.
She gets locked the fuck up.
And the cop he's got the sickness. And she
tries to use the magic to get out of the thing,
and it doesn't work.
The
crystals
she tried to watch.
That's what happened between there. It goes back to
because the puppies can't get out because the crystals
It goes back to we go back to the North Pole and Santa Paws, the elf and the elf dog are all like, this shit is out of control.
They say it's spreading. It's like it looks like the map has like a zombie outbreak spreading.
They're like, this is
within
fucked.
days.
We have to do something.
The whole planet.
So what does Santa do in that situation?
He
sends
sits
an elf
down
and a dog. He's
in an ice cream truck,
and then stands there.
For
the rest of the movie.
watches the screen.
Watch the spirit map.
So Mickey or whatever his name is gets in that truck with his Eddie the dog.
Yeah.
It's an ice cream truck, which the logic is that it's not going to stand out.
Right.
He like teleports with that car from
like Back to the Future.
Like Back to the Future. From there, later on in the scene, straight to Fernfield. Direct. Like if you can teleport that car, it's better than the sleigh.
Why did you send your wife on a long ass journey like that?
Yeah.
And why did the woman have to take the journey and the dude gets to teleport?
That quick. He could have just showed up at her house.
Between that,
hey, you were going to say you want to be the Christmas emblem?
Seriously though,
like that's it.
Between that and Miss Santa Paws not even being a remote character, the sexism at the North Pole is rampant.
Well, there's only one woman. Are there female elves? I guess I didn't notice.
Maybe.
There was all those weird looking ones in the beginning. So they were drawing the attention. I didn't notice.
There's probably some.
There's got to be.
There's equipment that can go into other equipment, probably. So okay, we're almost there. We're almost near the end. We're like,
are we?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Right, when you think about it, it was a pretty long movie. A lot of shit happened.
Yeah. But they can't use the crystals anymore. She's in jail.
Yeah, can't use
the three sisters are there in the jail with them.
And they're like, we went to jail for her, and they sing a song about how they sing at the children's hospital and give away free cookies from this guy. But that's normally how it worked. But this year he didn't show up, so
that's what they got locked up for. Right.
The chef has the sickness. Mr. Holman.
Cookie place. They would.
He looked like the chef from Cookie Crisp.
They sang the whole thing. They never told us.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
They sing a song. It's like a conga line-y kind of song. So they start doing a conga line, and the cop is doing a conga line.
Even though it's got the sickness.
Awful.
He's got the sickness.
Well, I think that was like a flashback of sorts because they were acting it out.
Oh yeah, I guess.
And telling what happened.
So also, it's like a musical, so it's not really happening in the scene.
Yeah.
The order of operations is getting weird now because at what point did they get? Is this where the Baxter lets the buddies out, the pups out?
No, this is where because there's that scene. Remember the first scene where he goes to the barn and it's just him talking to the dogs and the reindeer, and they inform him that Miss Claus was arrested.
Yes. Eddie arrives. They
go to the barn because they.
Oh wait, no! Eddie arrives. This scene's so fucking good. Eddie arrives immediately. He's like, "Well, our magic's low. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way." Instantly, drives directly up to the radio kids. The two radio kids instantly at 8 a.m. The kid even says what time it is.
Why is there an ice cream truck at 8 a.m.? Right, you're right.
And he drives up and starts talking to him. And he's like, "Hey, look, I'm an elf. I'm from Christmas Town. I'm looking for Mrs. Claus. Shit's all fucked. You gotta help."
Right.
And they believe the little girl's like down for the cause because she hears the dog talk. That's right, because he goes, "You're a believer."
Right.
And like the brother was just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Getting there, right? And
but then they get in. That's when they meet up with him. So now the ball's starting to roll towards getting everything fixed.
Right.
Because that's when they're like, well, we got to find Mrs. Claus.
So we got to go find the reindeer.
Well, no, they know that she was arrested because that night the dad was like, remember the girl was like, "Where's Miss Claus?"
And he was like, she was in jail. Or
Yeah, she didn't pick me up from school. He didn't
he said
care
she
that she
deserved
walked
it.
herself
Yeah,
home
he
from
just-
school.
Yeah.
She was like, she didn't pick me up from school. He's like, yeah, she's
Without Christmas
arrested.
spirit, this guy can give a fuck.
Don't care about anything.
He doesn't give a shit. You won't even bail her out of jail. Oh,
Nope.
man.
No, he said she deserved something. Yeah,
So that...
that's why he said it, right? Because what did she get arrested for? For her
boarding animals in a barn. Like, okay.
Who's getting arrested?
Who's the fuck gets arrested? That's like a fine, man. It's not like put in jail. But they get to the barn that's when he talks to, they tell them where she is. And so him and the ice cream truck with the buddies, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go to the jail. They fool the kids, fool the cop and handcuff him or leg cuff him to the desk. While in the back,
the little girl smashes her piggy bank with a nightstick.
She's like, "Is this enough to bail out Mrs. Claus?"
Right.
And he's like counting it.
And in the back, you got Eddie and Mickey. I'm just calling him Mickey.
Yeah, they attach ropes to the bars of the window.
And they
do
rip
old
off
school.
the whole
wall.
wall.
Fucking wall. And then he gives a speech to the sheriff about how he should have believed in Christmas.
And the sheriff busts 0 shots. He didn't shoot.
God, I wish he shot them all.
It's just, oh man.
And they
Fucking
chain him to a desk, but not
Do
really.
you think elves bleed red blood?
Green.
No, they just
green.
They just bleed magic.
Where it's like
that sparkly shit.
They bleed the magic.
I want it to be like, like that cookie spread. You know what I mean? Speculoos or whatever. Like.
All right, where are we? We're like, this is like the third act.
The
okay.
kids break Mrs. Claus out of jail. Where the fuck are the puppies? The puppies are in the barn somehow.
Right, because Eddie has to go back to the barn. He bets when he drives the car into the barn. Remember?
No, but
because the reindeer are for sale. I know. I'm just
yeah.
What happens before then?
The puppies are with Baxter. Why do they go to the barn? They have the necklace. They don't know how to reverse the wish. They're looking for Mrs. Claus. I can't remember how they got to the barn.
Yeah, they probably we'll just assume they walked. Yeah. They walked to the barn filled with reindeer.
Yeah,
I forget too. That
they were in there.
We were so into the movie.
Whatever. I really don't know.
So, but they're in the barn. They're in the barn with the reindeer, and then
wait, they just run into them on the street.
What?
The dogs, like when they leave there, they're going to the car. They're going back to the ice cream car with Mrs. Claus, and they just find the pups.
Right.
And they're like, "We made a big mistake." And they're like, "We know you fucked everything up pretty bad."
No, you're right.
And we're gonna fix it though. We just got to get back to.
I know when they got back to the reindeer thought that they were like a rescue mission or something. They thought they were here to save them.
But it wasn't. They were there the whole time.
Right.
And that's when that's when he drives up with the ice cream truck, right? And
he smashes
it says reindeers for sale. And he's like, "We're gonna have to do this the old fashioned way." He smashes into this barn. Easily could have killed all the puppies.
Right.
Or some reindeer. It didn't give a crap about it.
They all split up. Eddie and Mickey went to go do that. The little girl and Mrs. Claus went to let the little girl sing on the radio. Oh, and the boy.
Right.
They went to go
They went to the radio, and then
the 3 sisters all went to turn on every radio in
the town.
Which included scenes where, like,
and gather everybody's attention.
They're in jail for breaking into a store and stealing cookies. She then breaks into the same exact store and turns on a radio, and everything's fine. And someone also gets all the way into the mayor's office to turn on a radio without anyone saying a word about it.
"Why are you here?"
Yeah, who the fuck are you? Why are you in my
on,
office?
he just accepts it and then
She
starts.
wants that music.
The music is seeping in. Then somebody goes into a courtroom that night.
The
trial of the man that fell on his hip on the sidewalk is happening that night.
The radio kid's dad is prosecuting. And there's a fucking radio in the courtroom. It makes no sense. Why would there be a radio in a courtroom?
Right, for no reason. Well,
Why
maybe
would
when
anyone
the
be
judge
like,
goes
"All
back.
right,
But he's got chambers.
A day for that. A day.
Oh, well, once that music got piped in there,
That's it. Everyone was good again.
court was adjourned.
It does, yeah, right. It was like, I'm dropping this. I don't want to sue him anymore. Merry Christmas.
Well, that didn't really happen until later.
It didn't.
No, when the group shot in the town square, it happened.
Right.
But yeah, everybody starts listening to the radio. The little girl sings "Herald of the Bells," and everybody fucking.
We were sad. I was sad because it didn't have a whole bunch of people like barfing black shit up toward the sky.
God,
I
Right,
just
we wanted there to be an epic
the
battle.
evil leaving.
Yeah. It should have been an epic battle.
it would have been sweet, dude. Like
It just didn't happen.
Before
They
the
didn't
Battle
have it.
if
Christmas
it
story.
ended like Phantoms or something, like dude, this movie would have been the shit.
Dude, and then there's an after credit sequence of the black stuff like seeping out of like a grate in the like
Sewer.
the ground. Yeah, like it still exists.
Yes. God, that would have been so good.
Yeah, well. So now everyone is the Christmas parade party show thing is
Christmas
back
spirit
on.
is back up. North
This
Pole
town,
is
yeah.
humming. Crystals are jamming.
They go to the great tree. Everyone starts gathering and
And
singing.
it happens right after the little boy wishes in front of the pups. He says, "I wish." This is fucked up. He says, "I wish that Pineville would have a happy Christmas forever."
Ever.
Which he's like kind of removing free will from anyone who lives in that town.
Also, if you move there, do you get like grandfathered in, or what?
Or
What
is it like-
happens
yeah,
there?
Yeah,
is
as
it
long
like-
as you're
like,
there.
If you
have to
own
assimilate.
property in Pineville, or you're a relative of property,
I guess
owner.
that's the stipulation. If you leave, it probably wears off. But if you're here,
That's some scary
you're
Twilight
doing,
Zone
you're doing Christmas.
shit.
You can leave if you want. You can leave.
I know, right?
Yeah, but no one
imagine
wants
like
to
someone
leave.
born after that curse.
If somebody somehow takes you out, I guess.
It's
You're
like people standing at the edge of town, just like, I know I should leave, but I just can't. I'm so happy right here.
But just imagine like
You
a
know?
kid born after the curse started. Like
Born
live his
into
whole
the
life,
curse.
like born into it, living it. He's like, just Christmas is the shit.
Right.
He gets like a job somewhere else. He moves away, and he's
Like,
just
I
like,
hate my
Christmas,
life.
Christmas. He starts trying to sing at people. And he's like, nothing's working. Like, why
Right.
is
And he
this
thinks that's why
working?
he hates the outside world.
Yeah,
Thinks
he
because they
right
don't dig
back.
Christmas like that.
Goes right back.
Damn,
Imagine
man,
his commute every day.
It's a lot like
It'd make him
communism.
bipolar.
this is some heavy shit.
Dude, Robert Vince is trying to teach us shit.
He is, man.
It's all woven and embedded in
So
there.
he might
to
be
work
into
with
your
him. I'm
fucking
available,
cheetah
man.
idea then, because
And then-
that's about learning
so,
too.
The last few things.
That's about learning how to love.
Look, Cheetah and me
Miss
is gonna
Claus
go
at the big
far.
at the big Christmas celebration appoints not one but two ambassadors to Christmas from Pineville, which
One
is
who almost destroyed Christmas.
just the other
entirely.
one who is basically the personification of Christmas.
Yep.
Right. And yeah, we see the lawyer makeup. Everybody sings,
It's tons of singing.
and then they go
They
to
go back to
the North
Christmas.
Pole and they sing some dumb song during the credits.
They don't get their own crystals, but they're diligent students now.
They are. They're good. They learned a lesson
Yeah,
from how they
on the way
fucked
back,
up.
yeah, when
they
they-
could have killed people.
On the
And they
way back,
became
they
dogs.
talk about how the little girl inspired them to actually live up to their namesakes and celebrate what actually spreading Christmas cheer is. Because they thought it was destroying everything.
Right. Oh, it's not that.
I thought if we fucked everything up and laughed about it, it'd be great.
It's not. All right, and that's when the movie ends, right?
That's it. Yeah.
The story of communism
God.
in the Air Bud universe. The Air Bud cinematic universe.
I feel so much better now that I know there's no more Airbud Christmas movies.
We're never gonna have to watch.
Nope. I never have to
Although
watch
this
the Talking Dog Christmas
Mark,
movie
this is
again.
the high point of the Christmas Air Buds. So,
Oh, it's dope. I'm glad to have participated. I mean, thank you so much. I'm glad.
Mark, do you have anything to plug? This comes out in about 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Like not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. Also on a separate note,
July 6th, I'm doing Gin and Jokes. That's right on. That's a Joe Squared.
That thing
Yeah.
sells out, so you should probably, if you plan to go to
Get
that,
tickets,
buy
get
it.
Yeah,
tickets.
July 7th, I'll be performing at Wind Up Space, which is literally across the street from that spot.
Yep.
And then July 8th, I'll be doing something with my people, Chucky Bambino and them in Harford County. Look for me on Instagram and Twitter at Dark Mark Rules. I'll post about that. And on Facebook is Mark Joyner, my regular name.
and you got a podcast, right?
And I got a podcast called The Darkest
And you watch a movie
SoundCloud.
for that podcast too.
Yeah, we watch Menace to Society every time, though. Every
time to watch Menace
we
to
watch
Society.
Murders Happen.
Because Eric Glazer plugged that too, I think, when he was on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Glaze is dope.
Why do you watch Menace to Society over and over again?
Because it shapes my life.
Okay.
It's a great movie.
I think we've moved on from it, but we definitely watched it like our first 10 episodes or so. We watched the fuck out of it, and we watched the horror in everybody's eyes and waited until it got funny. So it was just, we thought it was funny. Well, I did. Glazer just sat there in horror over and over. I don't know. It's fun.
Well, and that's, I mean, I guess Menace to Society and Santa Pups. Santa Paws, too.
But I love Santa Paws, yo.
yeah,
Santa Paws is fucking dope, man. This conversation was long as fuck, but Santa Paws...
It's extremely long.
Santa Paws was nothing but pure joy.
It's pure happiness.
No, it was the first. It took me a minute to acclimate to the talking dogs. That was just weird. But once it got going,
Once you settle into it, it's not too bad. I mean, at this point, me and Matt are numb.
Right, because you've watched all kinds of crazy shit.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Dude,
mean,
when they first had one of the first talking dogs was it was a bloodhound, and they kind of like played the video forward and backward to make it talk. It looked horrendous. It was
voiced by
bad.
Don Knotts.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was weird. Matt, we got one more of these.
All right.
We're almost done.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank
We got to stop watching
Mark,
these.
thank you for doing this.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Seriously, thank you. All right, bye.
Later.
You've just listened to Bonus Disc, available only on Thundergrunt. Questions, complaints, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts of Bonus Disc are 100% valid, even though they took the time to watch the movies you were too ignorant to appreciate.